Helium HNT is marching predictably higher with considerable momentum and record-breaking usage. Helium has recently overtaken stores for data usage fees over the past 30 days, elevating it to the #1 spot on the Web3 Index. To make the Helium story even more compelling, one of the largest airdrops in crypto history is happening tomorrow on Solana, and I think this may be the liquidity injection the ecosystem needs to send it on its way to new all-time highs. Let's take a look. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the Crypto Compound channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Today, we're looking at the Helium charts. We're going to touch on some Helium news that is likely pushing all of this price action forward and higher over the last few weeks as we've seen higher lows here on the chart. We're also going to touch on some of the broader Helium and Solana ecosystem factors that I believe will really set Solana apart from the rest of the industry moving forward throughout 2024 and into 2025. Guys, right off the bat, from a very broad perspective, we see a lot of people talking about these flows. Of course, we have GBTC outflows happening. However, we do have significant inflows from the ETFs now that are in the hands of these multi-billion-dollar companies that are looking to sell Bitcoin to their clients. So despite all of the GBTC outflows we are still seeing significant inflows for BTC, and the price wasn't even able to go below 39K, even with all of the GBTC that was being offloaded into the markets. So really no story here, just another narrative that people are pushing for a week or two, but I'm sure we'll stop hearing about that shortly. Secondly, here is a post on X that highlights how Phantom has flipped Coinbase in the App Store downloads. I think this is one of the most telling signs of what is to come for Solana. This is really the onboarding of people into crypto. This is really the first indicator that not only the Solana ecosystem, but crypto is going to have a significant influx in new money, new participants, all of these things. This is an incredibly bullish chart and indicator for not only crypto, but especially for Solana. If you guys haven't used Phantom, it is one of the easiest onboarding experiences and one of the cleanest user experiences I've experienced, not only across crypto, but across all platforms, even including things on the App Store from Apple, Microsoft, from Web2 companies. It is really, really remarkable, and it is one of the reasons why Solana is so heavily favored and the narrative is so strong. Now, before we jump into the Web3 Index chart, let's take a look at how Helium itself is performing right now. Let's refresh this. And if we see Helium is at the 57 rank by market cap, this is the highest we have seen it in about 2 weeks, up almost 40% over 7 days and up almost 1% over the past 24 hours. Currently above $8 here. Really strong performance from Helium, and if we sort by the last 7 days, we can see that it is #2. Even in our last video, it was the #2 performer over the past 7 days. It is consistently outperforming here in the top 100 coins by market cap. That is a really, really good indicator once this market starts to take off and we exit this sort of cool down we've had over the past few weeks. And guys, secondly, if you notice here at the top of coinmarketcap.com, we have in the trending category section, we have Solana ecosystem and DPIN up here in the trending topics. Helium fits both of those criteria. I am so excited for the future here. These two narratives are, I think, the two strongest narratives in crypto for the next 6 months to a year, if not longer than that. And I'm so glad that Helium made the change last year to move to Solana. I think it is really going to benefit the ecosystem, the project, and all of the sub networks. Now, if we look here at the daily chart for Helium, it is so clean. We are seeing a very strong bounce off of this low that we highlighted last video. The last video we made was when Helium was just touching this support line, and as we can see, the 2 wicks touched it, and we impulsed higher all the way up to about the $8 range right now sitting here, and we did bounce off this resistance. As we can see, the TA is being respected here on the charts. And in the last video, I talked about how I had a DCA campaign going through Jupiter, right down here around the low $6 level, and I had it running overnight. With the Jupiter airdrop tomorrow, it's honestly possible that this might have been the last time we ever see these levels. As we can see, we did come back to retest this 5.68 support level, and then we tested it again. This spring back test is one of the most bullish indicators here as from a technical perspective, and I am extremely excited to really formally test this 8.54 resistance line, and ultimately I think the buyers will retake it this time. Obviously, we were rejected here, rejected by this wick, rejected by this wick, and now we are considerably bidding higher until we get to this level, and after that level, I mean, this level is the real game changer here for Helium to really escape this brutal downtrend that we've been going through over the past year or so. And I think that the time it's going to take us to get from this resistance, which will in turn turn support, to this, I don't think will be very long. Honestly, I think it would probably be within a week or two that we might see this level being in play here on the Helium chart. And guys, if we move over to the weekly chart, we can see the weekly engulfing was confirmed a few weeks ago. We did look at this chart on the weekly and confirmed this bullish engulfing candle. I also highlighted that on X. And as we can see, we are marching higher after we had that confirmation. We did close above this support on the weekly. Really, really good indication of higher price levels to come in the future. Now, if we look at the Web3 Index, we can see Helium, the #1 rank, up 300% trending over the past 30 days with over $72,000 in fees, overtaking Storage here that was #1 for a really long time. I expect this difference to start to really get bigger and bigger as we move forward. I think the usage on Helium is going to continue its trajectory, and I think that it will start to really separate itself from the rest of the pack here. And guys, if we look at the network stats here on the Helium Explorer, I mean, we can see we're at record levels right now as in terms of data usage from an IoT and mobile perspective. This is the highest level we have ever seen on the chart. Absolutely awesome performance here from Helium Mobile, from Helium IoT. I'm so excited of what is to come in the future, and it is no surprise that the price levels are what they are. I think Helium is going to be a top 50 coin within the next few weeks, if not days, but we will be tracking it as closely as possible. So stay tuned for that. Also, make sure to come follow over on X. We talk about a lot more nuanced things that I can't make a full video on. Really interesting. And of course, X is sort of like the Bloomberg terminal for crypto. So make sure to go over there and give us a follow. But guys, that is all I have for today's video. Quick price update and recognition of the record-breaking data usage here on Helium. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for watching until the end. Please hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. But just like that, this video is over, and I will see you next time.